Hello everyone, myself Rajal Jain Shamsundar. I am from RBNB College, Srirampur. In today's lecture, we go with our next important concept related with the chapter Mathematical Logic, and in that we consider the implication, that is, we consider the conditional. In that, we consider three important definitions related with the implication. In that, first is having converse. Second is having inverse. And in third, we consider contrapositive. So, we define these three definitions by using the implication. Here I write implication. Using this implication, we define these three definitions. Okay, let's define these three again. Okay, here we consider implication first. Let P is the first given simple statement, Q is the another simple statement. Then we know here implication is denoted by using the notation. Here P implies Q. We know this. Okay. So we use this relation to define the converse, inverse and contrapositive. Let's go with first one. In that we define the converse. Okay. Here in first we consider converse. Okay. Here if P implies Q is the given relation, then its converse is denoted by the notation Q implies P. Remember this. I repeat again. If P implies Q is the given implication, then its converse is denoted by using Q implies P. Let's go with second one. In that we define the inverse. Here in second, inverse. Okay. Again, to define the inverse, we consider this P implies Q. If P implies Q is the given relation, then its inverse is denoted by using negation of P implies negation of Q. Negation of P implies negation of Q. Remember this also. And in last, we consider contrapositive. Here in third, contrapositive. To define this contrapositive, we consider P implies Q. If P implies Q is the given relation, then its contrapositive is denoted by, or we define this by using here negation of Q implies negation of P. So this part is very important. Using these relations, we define converse, inverse and contrapositive. Okay, let's go with some examples by using this concept. Here in example, write converse, inverse and contrapositive of the following statements Okay, in that first is, let's go with our first one. Here given, if function is differentiable, if function is differentiable then it is continuous. Then it is continuous. Okay, let's find converse, inverse and contrapositive. Before go with converse, inverse, let's define our simple functions P and Q. Let P is the first statement, in that we consider a function is differentiable. Then consider second function. Here Q is the second one. Okay, here Q is having a function is continuous. A function is continuous. Now we know P, we know Q. Let's define symbolic form of the given example. Here symbolic form is we know here connective if then is given. If we have if then we consider the implication. Okay, so this is in the form P implies Q. Okay, so we get this P implies Q. If we have this P implies Q, we define converse, inverse and contrapositive. Let's go with first one. Here in first we define converse. Okay, we have to define the converse. We know if P implies Q is the given relation, then its converse is denoted by using Q implies P. Okay, so we use this relation to define the converse. We know here Q is a function is continuous and P is for a function is differentiable. Okay, so here converse is if function is continuous, if a function is continuous, then it is differentiable. Okay, this is for converse. Let's go with our second one. We define inverse. Okay, in second point we define the inverse. Here we know if P implies Q is the given relation, then its inverse is denoted by using negation of P implies negation of Q. That is, we consider negation of P and Q both. Okay, so here our statement is, here we get the statement. Okay, firstly consider negation of P. Here P is a function is a differentiable. Okay, so its negation is here a function is not differentiable. Okay, so here if a function is not differentiable, then now we consider negation of Q. Here Q is a function is continuous. We know its negation is a function is not continuous. So here negation of Q is, here I write if a function is not differentiable, then it is not continuous. So we define the inverse by using this relation. Okay, then in third we define the contrapositive. Here I write contrapositive. Okay, if P implies Q is the given relation, then we know its contrapositive is here negation of Q. implies negation of P. Here again we consider negation of P and negation of Q. Okay, here we know negation of Q is a function is not continuous. Okay, so here if a function is not continuous, then here again negation of P is, we consider negation of P, we know P is a function is a differentiable, we know its negation is, yes, here a function is not differentiable. So here I write then it is not differentiable. It is not differentiable. Okay, so very simple example using our relations of converse, inverse and contrapositive, we define these statements. Okay, let us see second example. Here in second we consider, okay, in second example we consider if x is less than y, then x square is less than y square, and here xy belongs to R. Okay, here again given statement is in the form if P then Q, that is two simple statements, P and Q are given. Okay, so we define P and Q first. Let P is the first statement and is having here x is less than y, and here both x, y belongs to R. Then here Q is given. So here Q is x square is less than y square. Here again x, y belongs to R, that is real numbers given. Okay, so I write here symbolic form. Here symbolic form is symbolic form for given statement is here if P then Q, that is if then is given, if then means implication is given. Okay, so this is in the form P implies Q. Okay, if we get P implies Q, we define converse, inverse and contrapositive. Let's go with first one. Here in first we consider converse. Okay, here for converse our notation is, or our relation is, here Q implies P. Okay, now we know here P, we know Q. Let's define the converse. Firstly consider this Q. Okay, here if x square is less than y square, this is our Q, then P, here P is x is less than y, and here x, y belongs to R. This is the converse of the given statement. Then we define inverse. Okay, in second, inverse. If P implies Q is the given relation, then we know its inverse is, here negation of P implies negation of Q. That is, we consider negation of P and negation of Q. Okay, so here I write negation of P. Here x is less than is given, so its negation is, here x is not less than y, that is this x is greater than equal to y. Okay, so here we get its inverse. If x is greater than equal to y, then here negation of q is, again here x square is greater than equal to y square. Remember this, here if this type of notation is given in inverse or in negation, we consider greater than equal to. Remember this. Okay, let's go with third one, and in that we define the contrapositive. If P implies Q is the given relation, then we know its contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of P. Okay, so again we consider negation of P and negation of Q. Okay, so here again we get, if firstly negation of Q, if x square is greater than equal to y square, then here negation of P is x is greater than equal to y, and here x, y belongs to R. So by using our definitions of converse, inverse and contrapositive, we define or we write this example. Let us consider one more example. Okay, in third we consider if surface area decreases, if surface area decreases, then pressure increases. Okay, here again we consider P and Q first. Let P is the first statement, and in that we consider surface area decreases, and in for Q we consider pressure increases. Okay, now here we have to write the symbolic form. Here symbolic form is having, okay, here if then is given. If we have if then we consider the implication. Okay, so here our form is P implies Q. Okay, now we define converse first. Here in first, converse. Okay, if P implies Q is the given relation, then its converse is Q implies P. Okay, then using this Q implies P, we write our statement as here: if pressure increases, then surface area decreases. Okay, very simple concept. Then we find the inverse. Here in second, inverse. If P implies Q is the given relation, then its inverse is denoted by using negation of P implies negation of Q. That is, we consider negation of both the statements P and Q. Okay, so here we consider negation of P first. Okay, here P is having surface area increases. Its negation is surface area does not decreases. Okay, so here if surface area does not decreases, then the pressure does not increases. So this is the inverse. And in third, we define contrapositive. Okay, and in that we consider the relation. Here negation of Q implies negation of P. Remember this? If P implies Q is the given relation, then here negation of Q implies negation of P is for contrapositive. Okay, so we consider negations of Q first, negation of Q first. Okay, so here if pressure does not increases, then the surface area does not decreases. Okay, so in this lecture we see one very important concept related with the implication, and in that we define the converse, inverse and contrapositive for the given implication. We see three important examples related with this concept. Okay, in next lecture we go with algebra of our statements. In that we consider various laws and some examples related with these laws. Thank you.